Welcome back, everyone, to the Zebec Gazette, brought to you by the Zebec Global Podcast, the only show where payroll streams and stablecoins flex. As you can see, I'm once again without my co-host. He wasn't able to record today. I'm sorry, but you're stuck with me once again. My name is Zebec Lantern 589, your trusted source for Zebec news, questionable enthusiasm, and the occasional financially irresponsible laugh. This is your weekly pulse check on Zebec Network, covering the biggest headlines from 22nd to the 27th. Let's get right into it. World Liberty Financial Markets is now live in the Zebec Super App, powered by World Liberty Financial and Dolomite. Boom. Users can now access risk-managed lending pools and high-efficiency liquidity vaults powered by World Liberty Financial directly within the Zebec Super App. Deposits USD1 to access institutional grade returns of up to 5.2% APY. Boom. June 23rd, the Zebec Super App has cleared the necessary regulatory requirements and has been submitted to both the Apple Store and Google Play Store pending approval. Boom. I'm super bullish for this, and I hope you are too. It'll probably take a couple weeks. We'll see what happens. June 25th, a major milestone for stablecoin utility in Europe. AllUnity stablecoin has selected Zebec Enterprise to power Europe's first on-chain government benefits distribution program using EURAU on Stellar. Boom. The program brings regulated digital euros into employee benefits and enterprise payments, with plans to expand payroll with workforce payouts across AllUnity's ecosystem. Ooh. Just to go a little more in depth, I'll read some of the article for you. AllUnity and Zebec deploy EURAU-powered employee benefits and enterprise payment solutions on Stellar. Germany. AllUnity and Zebec today announced the launch of an EURAU-based employee benefits and enterprise payments program on the Stellar network. The program aims to expand payroll and workforce payments in AllUnity's regulated Euro stablecoin across its ecosystem, including its major enterprise clients and partners. Boom. You already know it's built on Stellar. Employees participating in the pilot program can receive benefits directly to digital wallets while accessing a growing range of spending, savings, and payment options through the Zebec platform. Boom. Bullish. Regulated stablecoins are increasingly moving from financial infrastructure to real-world business applications, said Simon Babakani, CEO of the Zebec Network, aka Jimmy Neutron. The next phase of stablecoin adoption will be driven by practical business applications, said Alexander Hopner, CEO of AllUnity. Employee benefits and payments are natural use cases for regulated digital currencies. Our pilot with Zebec demonstrates how EURAU can support real-world financial operations while meeting the enterprise-grade standards of compliance, transparency, and reliability. Boom. Okay, moving on. June 26th, let's listen to this.
Is the biggest challenge helping policymakers see that stablecoins are not just about trading? There's been this kind of association with trading and crypto now for so long that it feels that people just assume that is all you do with it. And yet we're here saying it can be used for payroll, treasury, remittance, cards, real-world business operations. The list goes on, right?
Exactly. That's one of the benefits of having these conversations during a cyclical downturn in the crypto markets, as it's really not about trading at this point, and it's about digitizing finance and modernizing payment systems, which is needed to keep an economy competitive, right? So many policymakers are now actually waking up to the reality that they don't want to fall behind in the global stablecoin race, which the US is clearly in the lead of, but you never know which other countries will catch up soon as they push regulation out.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, moving on.
Very nice.
So that was actually basically all of the Zebec news for the week, so now I'm going to head to my bookmarks. So I wanted to show all the large pages that are showing Zebec and Stellar love, so you guys can obviously see this is a credible partnership, no scams going on. All of the fudders that are saying this partnership is fake, they're dumb.
Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Okay, so all Unity and Zebec tap into Stellar for enterprise payment solution. Pilot utilizes all Unity's MiCA compliant EURO stablecoin to facilitate real-time streaming payroll and workforce disbursements for major European enterprise clients. So I already read this from the other post, but like I said, I just wanted you to see a large account giving props to these two companies, Zebec and Stellar. Moving on. So the DTCC released a video. I want you guys to watch this.
What is interoperability and why does it matter?
What we've seen on the digital side over the past couple of years is a fragmentation on a lot of levels. Fragmentation of the platform, fragmentation of liquidity, fragmentation of data, and I can go on forever. So interoperability is really the ability of being able to move things around seamlessly, give them the same value, look at them the same way. And unfortunately, right now, we're still far away from that. What we do have is interconnectivity. Interoperability is not just technology. We need to have standards. We need to have different things in place, and I'm pleased to say DTCC, working with our partners, first with the likes of Euroclear and Clearstream, where together we probably have 2/3 of the marketable assets. We're making a dent. Now, as more participants join us on this journey, we'll be able to open up that conversation.
Interoperability is key. June 24th for my bookmarks, BSCN News is giving props to Stellar and Zebec again, so let's read this. Zebec unveils all new enterprise platform for global streaming payroll management. We actually read that last week, so we don't have to get too much into it, but I can read it. Officially debuts Zebec Enterprise, a unified infrastructure designed to automate payroll and HR management for employees, contractors, and vendors worldwide. Boom. The platform integrates the firm's signature streaming payroll technology, allowing modern teams to settle wages in real time rather than following traditional bi-weekly banking cycles. Boom. This expansion targets the friction of cross-border payments, providing a single dashboard for diverse workforce classifications. Boom. We've published an official USDC method spec for MPP machine payments protocol. The spec gives developers a standardized way for agents to transact in USDC across supported EVM chains in Solana. The first cross-chain payment profile in MPP via Circle Gateway. Support for USDC-backed stablecoins starting with USDCX on stacks. For blockchain networks, this creates a path to become a settlement layer for machine-to-machine commerce, enabling seamless USDC payments between agents, API services, and merchants across chains. Boom. AI agents are the fastest growing customer cohort in history. X402, in which Zebec is a part of that, plus USDC are how you sell to agents. Businesses that understand this will explode. Those that don't risk getting left behind. So we know Zebec Network will be dominating all of the important stablecoins. June 25th, from brutal token crashes to major wallet security failures and enterprise expansion, the last 24 hours showed how quickly crypto narratives can change. This time, Zebec Network. Here are 3 stories you should not miss. Zebec Network global payroll, streaming salaries, unified HR platform. Thank you, OCT Gems. June 22nd, here's a throwback video from Jetpack. This is from a couple of weeks ago with Simon on Crypto Hulk Show, so let's watch this.
Canton Network. The question here is, do you have any kind of relationship with Canton, integration of any sort? Could you please explain any of that, or any kind of partnerships? Or
I'm not sure how much I can say right now publicly, but I will say that we have built a card solution. So we're the white label card provider for the first neobank on Canton. That's a company called Lattice. They went to Zebec because Zebec was able to integrate Canton and build them a compliant MasterCard product that sits within their banking app. Separate to that, we are also currently in talks with Canton Foundation to build native payroll streaming on Canton. Now, this is still a relatively early stage, but if this comes to fruition, this would be a major enterprise unlock for us, as there's an enormous amount of companies right now that are looking to work with or working with Canton. And if they can also run payroll on Zebec rails, we would see an enormous growth in our volume.
Boom. Moving on. Okay, so BSCN News was talking about Circle wanting USDC to be how AI agents pay each other. So I just wanted you guys to be bullish because this is a stable coin that Zebec Network will be dominating. So there you go. Brian Armstrong said on June 24th, X402 builder codes are live, so you can attribute X402 traffic to your business and get better analytics. It only takes a few minutes to set up. Boom. June 25th, the future of finance won't be built on hype, it will be built on infrastructure. Real-time payments, streaming payroll, global settlement. Enterprise-grade financial rails designed for next generation. Utility creates adoption, adoption creates value. The vision is simple. Connect crypto to the real world. Boom. Let's look at this graphic. Fire. It's a very fire graphic, bro. Pause this if you want to look at it longer. I'm moving on. I also wanted to remind everyone that NatPay is one of Zebec Network's partners, and that plugs Zebec Network into FedNow. NatPay is the only single-source third-party processor on FedNow. Their scale is unmatched with $170 billion in annual volume, 90% market share among independent payroll processors, and 300,000 ACH clients across the United States. Boom! As more banks adopt FedNow and stablecoin adoption accelerates, real-time pay will increase across the entire U.S. market. Boom. Crossmint, another one of Zebec Network's partners, Circle Cross-Chain Transfer Protocol CCTP, is now live on Stellar, enabling native USDC to move across Stellar and major supported blockchains. Boom. At Crossmint, we've been working closely in the Stellar ecosystem with MoneyGram and the Marshall Islands. Now this is awesome. Boom, there you go. Bullish. Maximus Crypto saw his post and I thought it was epic. So ADP, Paylocity, all of them on the same page. Select an app to connect to the Overledger. June 24th, AI agents are starting to move money on their own, and we are starting to see the rails scale. To date, the legal layer hasn't gotten attention. Enters the legal context protocol. Enforceability can't be bolted on after the fact. It has to be built in from the start, and as an open standard, not a proprietary one. The gap is critical to scaling agentic payments. Okay, moving on. This was a fire post from Ghost, a nice reminder. It's wild nobody is talking about Zebec Network having a physical POS point of sale system. Lightspeed Ventures, an early investor in Zebec with $28 billion in AUM, has already deployed 100,000 plus of their own POS terminals globally. Cool. Now Zebec is leveraging their massive global reach to pave the way for its own crypto-enabled ZPIN POS device. Users will get secure and transparent payments for goods in USDC and earn rewards in ZBCN as a ZPIN contributor. Boom. Okay, thank you, Ghost. Moving on. Agents are coming. This is once again the CEO of Circle. Look at that volume increase from X402, and we know Zebec Network is a part of it. I'm just going to keep repeating that to remind you. Proud to announce that Ripple USD is now officially available in Japan. I wanted to remind everyone what Simon said a couple weeks ago.
We have NDAs with countless companies right now that we cannot talk about, but they will be coming to market publicly with it in the next months and the next few years.
Interesting. Okay.
A lot of it is happening behind the scenes right now. Many of these bigger companies are not comfortable to talk about stablecoins publicly.
Right.
So,
boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that
really escalated quickly. Simon is now just dropping bombs on us every couple weeks, and I hope you guys are ready for the future. The future looks bright. Circle and Tether still control 82% of the entire stablecoin market. Holy. Okay, this is from today, June 27th. VC interest in robotics is surging. Thank you, 314, for your video earlier this week. Sorry, I was just burping. I hope everyone watched that video. It's fire. Because as you can see, VC interest in robotics is surging. Look at the graph. Boom. Here's a great post by Xfinanceable. Imagine getting your paycheck instantly through your wallet, in a fully regulated digital euro. That's now live in a pilot on Stellar Network XLM powered by ZBCN technology. All Unity and Zebec teamed up to run employee benefits and enterprise payments using EURAU. We already read this earlier. This is the practical phase of stablecoins. Not trading, not speculation, paying people. And Stellar is the rail it runs on, with Zebec as the engine. When regulated euros start paying real workers, that's a milestone the price hasn't priced in yet. Boom. Great post by Xfinanceable. Thank you, bro. Moving on, another bullish post from GhostWeb3. What if Zebec is helping facilitate UBI payments on Stellar? I just wanted to show you this post. Discipline can solve a lot of your problems, everyone. So success is not about speed, it is about staying consistent when progress feels slow. Please think long term. Please do not think about short-term price predictions. The future looks very bright. But I'm just letting you know, there's been a lot of progress lately, so if any butters make you believe that there's not much progress going on with Zebec, then you are not paying attention. Every single week, Zebec Network is dropping fire news, and it's better than the last week every single time. 19 hours ago, U.S. regulators are moving to require stablecoin issuers to run customer identification programs. 6 agencies, including the Fed, OCC, and FDIC, advanced KYC rules under the Genius Act this month, with final regulations due by July 18. Boom. Know your customer is becoming the baseline for stablecoins. Compliance is turning into core infrastructure for on-chain finance. Compliance is key. You know this already. Moving on. Okay. So here's a post from June 26th. What progress have we collectively made through the Swift payment scheme so far? As Nasir Ahmed highlights, momentum is building. So 34 banks are going live with Swift by the end of June, with over 70 committed to go live by the end of this year. Wow. Bullish coverage across 11 receiving countries and 30 plus market corridors. That means greater transparency, predictability, and enhanced traceability. Boom. That's it for the Zebec Gazette. If you enjoyed the chaos, like the video, subscribe, and share Zebec Global on X, Discord, and wherever else you want to share us. And if you're tuning into the Zebec Global podcast for the first time, welcome to the family. I'll talk to you guys next week with Matt. Stay loud, stay weird, and stay tuned in. The Zebec Network is inevitable. Those who persevere conquer. Peace.
Yo, the ZBCN spinning like a gold chain. We got a W, yeah, you know the code name. Crypto ballin', boy, you know we ain't playing. You know the real when you're here, we don't need it, we explain. It's the Zebec Gazette, it's the Zebec Gazette. You heard what I said, it's the Zebec Gazette.